On June 9th, the Department of State met with the American Immigration Lawyers Association to answer questions about visa processing at embassies and consulates around the world. Some of the topics they covered included visa interview waivers, immigrant and non-immigrant visa reporting, unused visa numbers in fiscal year 2022, and stateside visa issuance, among others. They also revealed what they will be doing this summer to further reduce the visa interview backlog, so keep watching to find out what they have planned. And if this is your first time on my channel, be sure to subscribe and turn on the notifications for regular immigration news updates. If you would like my help on your case, call our office to schedule a case evaluation at 212-248-7907. The American Immigration Lawyers Association, or AILA, started by asking the Department of State whether or not they plan to reinstitute stateside visa processing for more non-immigrant visa categories. Currently, stateside visa processing is only available to certain diplomatic non-immigrant categories, but the State Department could expand the service to non-diplomatic categories as well. This would allow consular posts around the world to spend more of their time and resources on reducing the immigrant visa backlog instead of reissuing non-immigrant visas. When asked about this during their meeting, the State Department acknowledged that they are evaluating measures and initiatives that may assist in alleviating the visa backlog. While their answer might seem ambiguous, this is promising news, considering they have accepted some of AILA's previous recommendations in the past. On December 23, 2021, the Secretary of State authorized consular officers to waive certain non-immigrant visa interviews through the end of 2022. This included H1, H3, H4, L, O, P, Q, F, M, and academic J visa applicants. They also gave consular posts discretion to waive interviews for any non-immigrant visa within 48 months of expiration. Unfortunately, because the decision is up to the individual embassies and consulates to decide, this policy is not being consistently applied. During their meeting, AILA said that some of their members had reported that posts still had not implemented the interview waiver program. In response, the Department of State said that the vast majority of posts worldwide use the waiver authority, and that approximately 30% of all non-immigrant visa applicants should be able to have their interview waived. As many of you know, Charlie Oppenheim was the chief of the Immigrant Visa Control and was responsible for determining the number of visas allocated in each category. Before he retired in December of last year, Charlie also hosted monthly Chats with Charlie on YouTube, in which he answered immigrant questions about the visa bulletin. During their meeting, AILA asked the Department of State when they plan to fill his role, but was told that the visa office does not comment on HR processes. Hopefully, they will fill his position soon and resume these monthly updates, which were a welcome source of information for immigrants stuck in the visa backlog. In fiscal year 2021, there were roughly 140,000 unused family-based green cards that carried over into employment numbers. This was largely due to consular posts around the world shutting down in response to the COVID pandemic. So, during their meeting, AILA asked the Department of State whether the number of family-sponsored green cards issued would be higher in fiscal year 2022. While they were not able to provide a clear estimate at this time, they confirmed that they have also issued more family-based preference visas in the first half of fiscal year 2022 than in all of 2021. As for the employment-based visas this year, there is a record number of approximately 280,000, double the typical annual total. As of mid-June, USCIS and the Department of State have used significantly more visas than at the same point in fiscal year 2021. And last year, the two agencies were able to issue 195,507 employment-based visas. So the chances are good they will use all available numbers this year. One of the biggest frustrations among immigrants during this unprecedented visa backlog has been the lack of communication from consular posts and the State Department. In response, AILA requested that two new forms of information be made regularly available. One, monthly aggregated data for immigrant and non-immigrant visas that allows the public to more easily see the number of immediate relative and preference number usage. And two, a post-by-post breakdown of documentarily complete cases awaiting visa interviews to be scheduled. The Department of State responded that they appreciated the suggestion for the monthly aggregated data and that they are unfortunately not able to provide a breakdown of pending interviews at embassies and consulates around the world. One of the most important factors in successfully reducing the visa backlog is staffing the consular posts. During the meeting, the Department of State confirmed that they are in the process of hiring more staff, but cautioned that the process for hiring, issuing security clearances, training, and deploying an overseas consular officer takes over a year to complete. They assured AILA that staffing resources are being directed to the posts with the most urgent needs, including high-volume immigrant visa posts. And finally, the State Department mentioned their plans to implement a new workflow process this summer. While they did not go into detail, they emphasized that these new processes would reduce the overall administrative processing volume at consulates and embassies around the world. They also emphasized that they anticipate significantly reducing the NVC visa interview backlog within the coming 2 years, which is similar to what we recently heard from consular posts in India and the Philippines. Were there questions missing you had hoped to hear about? If you could ask the State Department any question about your case, what would it be? Leave me a comment below and let me know. And if your case is documentarily complete with the NVC and you are waiting for word on your visa interview, be sure to check out my recent update on visa interview wait times. I'll include a link to that video here. I will also continue to bring you additional immigration news as it's available, so be sure to subscribe and turn on the notifications if you haven't done so yet. Click here to watch this video and I'll see you there.